What is going on, troopers? I am Golden Boy, and welcome to a gameplay commentary of Fallout New Vegas. Now, you're probably asking, why am I playing this old and very outdated game? And I'll tell you, this gameplay has to tie in directly with a general discussion, which is Fallout 4, or a Fallout for that matter, and what I want to see in it. But before I get into that, I want to quickly talk about how it wouldn't be realistic for us to be seeing a new Fallout with the new generation consoles being out. Yeah, now it would be a great idea, and it would make sense that there would be another Fallout in the new generation consoles release, or at least within the time span that they're out. But I really don't think it's realistic to see another Fallout because of how much time it takes to make one, but more so with the recent titles that they have upcoming, and the fact that the development team or the studio Bethesda has not even been talking or considering another Fallout because of how much work they had to put in their other previous games. And even so, it's said by a Bethesda marketing vice president, his name was Pete Hines, and he said, and I quote, "I mean, fans have been clamoring for a Fallout game for a long time now. What people need to understand, whether it's Bethesda Game Studios, Arcane, or anybody expecting information like that in any short period of time after they've moved off from one project to another, it's really unrealistic." And what he means by that is that we can't expect another Fallout to be coming out with all the recent titles to being made, which is like the Elder Scrolls Online, Wolfenstein, and the Evil Within. With those titles coming out, we can't really expect another Fallout to be released. And yeah, I'm not gonna say we won't ever get one for the new generation consoles, but I highly doubt it. And if we do, it'll probably be at the late years when they're like almost close to, releasing the next generation consoles. But enough of that. I want to talk about my list. I want to get into some of the things that I want to see in the next Fallout title and whatnot. But before that, I know I said I would, but I want to see some of your comments too, some of your ideas of what you want to see in the next Fallout. But anyway, without further ado, let's get to the list. So I want to see armor customization, kind of like Skyrim. I don't want to see where you get to like make different colors or tones, nothing like that. I just want to see where you can put your own trousers, mix your shirt, mix the gloves, the shoes, and even the hat, where you can do a lot of mix and match and things like that. Exactly like Skyrim, you put your shoes, your trousers, and things like that. So it's more like a customized instead of a one-piece outfit. The next is more guns. I want to see a lot of guns. I don't want to see a lot of the same guns with different names. And speaking of which, gun names, I want to see realistic gun names. I don't want to see a carbine that we all know is the M4A1, but is just called a carbine. I want them to give them the legitimate name. The next is weapon customization, kind of like first-person shooters where you have a red dot, a foregrip, a tactical whatever. I want to see something like that where it improves the gun to make it even better when you're killing monsters or creatures or mutated freaks, whatever. Or even better yet, a weapon breakdown where you can take the weapon, strip it of all its parts, or add other parts of other guns to make it even better. The next thing, bigger maps. I want to see bigger maps, more cities and towns, and more interactions where you can get more quests, talk to more people, and things like that. And with that being said, I want relationships to be included, where you can make new friends, make new relationships, or even partners or lovers for that matter, and eventually build it off to a family. Not to a Sims extent, of course, but kind of like where you can get married and have like at least a adopted kid or like a little pet or whatever, your own house, something to make it more entertaining. The next is weather. I want to see weather being implemented to the game where you like one day it's raining, the next, seasons too, where then it snows and then autumn season, and even severe weather where you get not only the dangers of the people out there, but you get dangers of a tornado and you have to take cover, shelter, and things like that because the weather can kill you too. And also, the last thing I want to talk about my list is traveling. We've always wanted something where you can travel. We've seen it in previous Fallouts where they have a helicopter, but why couldn't we travel? I don't know if Bethesda has ever made something where you can travel in an RPG, like a plane or a car or something like that. I know Skyrim gave us a horse, which was a traveling thing, so we know they have that capability of doing something like that. But I want to see something where we can get on a plane and go from one location to another, or even use a car or a motorcycle so it's easier to travel and go from point A to point B without taking a long time from walking and whatnot. Everything else in the game is fine as it is. I just think it should be bumped up a notch. the walking or the jogging system. I think there should be an added sprint button where you can sprint now, and things like that. And even the hardcore mode can be bumped up a notch, where it's even, you know, more harder for you. There's a lot more at risk or at stake, and it's a lot more added to the game. But those are just some of my ideas. I hope you guys have some cool ideas, because I would love to hear them and talk about them and whatnot. But anyways, guys, that's going to end this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. It always helps. And as always, take care and stay gold.